gonna tell the story or whatever. So it all started, we was talking for, a few months or whatever. And we would just ask each other questions. We'll be we'll ask before we got on sexual school, we didn't always talk about sexual shit. It just we was always cool with each other. We was really we fucked up about each other or whatever. So we just started talking about sexual shit. So he was like, you ever gave head or whatever? I was like, nah, I ain't never get no head because I really didn't never get no head or whatever. But guys gonna ask that because eventually they gonna want some head. You know what I'm saying? You teenagers, you just experiencing shit. So, I ain't never get no head or whatever. So I was like, no, I ain't get no head before, whatever, da da da. And he was like, he gave head before, but the experience he had, it wasn't good. It was whack. It wasn't right. So I was like, okay. In my head, while he telling me this, I'm like, I eventually want him to, give me some head. So I was like, it was wet. So I was like, I hope in my head, I hope he ain't gonna, not want to eat me out or whatever. So so I was like, okay. When he was like, it was wet. He was like, he'll never eat no pussy, da da da. It was wet. Whoever he had done did it to was nasty. It tasted funny or whatever. He's like, he know pussy ain't supposed to taste like that or whatever like that. So I was like, okay. And then he was like, have you ever got here? What I was like, I had lied, y'all. Yeah, somebody gave me some head before. I don't know why I lied. I just was lying because I was like, I ain't want him to think I ain't never did nothing. When you teenagers, you want to kind of beat in a little bit. So you say twist up some lies or whatever. So I was like, yeah, somebody gave me some head. I had no lie. I was like, somebody gave me some head or whatever. So we were just talking. Let me see what led up to, us actually going to the spot. So, we had we were just chill. We used to just chill all the time. We was talking happy or whatever. So we was really feeling each other. We wasn't official, but at the time we was feeling each other. We was okay, or whatever. So I like you, you like me, or whatever. Other people might like us, might show other people attention, but we ain't really was stunning people like that, whatever. So yeah, so it was one day or whatever. We was going to the same school or whatever. So we was going to the same school or whatever. So it was actually high school. When I lost my virginity, it was high school or whatever. I'm not gonna say which grade. So I was grade. I don't remember what grade. I think what grade. I ain't gonna say what grade it was, but it was we was in high school or whatever. So we used to always be around each other. So one day after school, we was no, we was flirting. Let me go back. We was flirting throughout the day. We was just flirting and flirting, just flirting with each other because we really liked each other. So we would just flirt from time to time, just flirt or whatever. And then one day after school, for some reason, we were just so horny or whatever. So I was still a virgin. But before that, sorry, I let my phone drop. Before he actually penetrated me, we used to always we did touch each other. We used to kiss, we was feeling on each other, whatever. Suck my neck, suck my titties, and stuff like that. So, I was after all that, eventually it led to, sex. So we would just do all that with each other or whatever. So one day after school, we was still feeling on each other out of time. So I don't know how I don't know how I got ready because I was always scared. I was always scared to have sex, so I don't even know how I was ready. I don't know. I just guess I just oh, let's do it because when you like a boy, you just let's do it or whatever. So I was okay. So it was after school one day. We was feeling on each other, whatever. Next thing you know, we had we found a spot. We found a spot. Hold up, real quick, y'all. So, you know, we had found the spot. Did I give head? I'ma tell that. I'm gonna get into that. So we had found a spot or whatever. So in my mind, the whole time we walked to the spot, we you know we had sex at. Before we even got there, I was like, in my mind, I was like, man, I'm low key kind of scared, like. And then I don't know, I ain't never had seen his, you know, his meat, y'all. I ain't never seen his penis or whatever. So I'm gonna try to keep it like that. I ain't never seen that. So I was like, okay, I don't know what he's working with. I don't know what he about to do to me. I was hoping he didn't rape me. You know, I'm thinking all this shit in my head. I'm like, he put up on me. I just hope he be gentle. I hope he don't just rape me if I say no and all that. So you know, we eventually got to the spot or whatever. So I just, you know, started like, I looked at him, he looked at me, so he already ready because I see his meat is in his pants just standing up. So I'm like, okay, he's really ready. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, if I say no, will he just keep going? Like, because he was like on hard, like he was just like ready. I'm like, okay, I ain't never like see that like that before. I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't never like see like penis or dick, whatever you want to call it, before, because before this, you know, I used to, you know, watch porn from time to time, you know what I'm saying? So I seen it before, but I never seen his. So I was like, okay, when I seen him on hard, I was like, okay, he's on hard and he's ready to go. So he was like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I read over. Loki in my head, I'm like, this nigga better not hurt me. I was scared as fuck. So I'm trying to remember that I gave him head, but I'm trying to remember if I gave him head when we first did it. No, I ain't give him head when we first did it. I ain't give him head when we first did it. But when we first started, he was like, he pulled my pants down or whatever, da da da. So he, you know, he pulled out the condom or whatever. He put the condom on. So when he pulled his pants down and put the condom on, I was like, he about to put that in me? Like, I was about to tell him to stop, but I was like low key, like horny as fuck because I think he had just finished, I don't know, was sucking my neck or something. So I was like, okay, I think I was like horny as fuck. So I was like, man, fuck that shit. Let's get down to it. I was scared because I didn't want to hurt. I just didn't want it to hurt, you know. Everybody's biggest fear is if it's gonna hurt or not, whatever. That's everybody's biggest fear. Nobody wanted to hurt. Hold up, y'all. Nobody wanted to hurt, so that's everybody's biggest fear. So I was like, man, I don't want him to hurt me like that, like. But you know, the dick look nice or whatever. I'm gonna say penis because if YouTube take my video down, I'm gonna be so mad. So I'm gonna say penis. So you know, I was like, oh yeah, the penis looking right, and it was nice. So I was like, okay, I just don't want to hurt me. So you know, we end up, you know, putting the condom on. I see him put the condom on, whatever, and then he laid on top of me. So first he was like sucking on my neck and stuff like this. So I was like, oh, it was really good. You know, when I was young, my neck, my thighs was like my biggest turn on. So he just went to, you know, sucking on my neck and my thighs and stuff. Then eventually, you know, I'm trying to say he had me out the first time. No, he had me out. I don't know. I don't remember the he got me out. But I didn't know he was ready to get it in. So he had like climbed on top of me. My legs was like open, like wide as hell. My legs open wide as hell or whatever. And he like climbed on top of me or whatever, da da da. So at first, you know, he had poked me in like the clit. Everybody that's, you know, grown over the clit is or whatever. So he had like poked me in the clit. So I was like, ouch, you know, da da da. So he was like, oh shit. And he like, you know, I just think he was on go. I ain't gonna say he didn't know what a hole was. I just think he was just on go. He was like ready to just like fuck me, right? That's what I think. Like, he was just ready. So he had a potent clip first. I was like, okay. I was like, ouch. So he went to like, oh shit, he put it where the hole was, whatever. So he at first, like, put his meat on a hole. So I was like, okay. He ain't like go all the way in. He just put it like that on the head of the hole. So I was like, oh, okay. It don't hurt yet, but I was like, okay, I feel it. So I'm like, all right. So he had like put it in like some mold. So I was like, it was like sliding a little bit. So I was like, before he like actually stuck it all the way in, it's just he had like half like the head in a little bit. So I was like, he was like, he whispered to my ear, and I was like, one thing about when he whispered to my ear, he was like, you want me to stop? Like when y'all men like talking to whoever y'all smashing, they like the dude just give you that deep voice. It's like he like, what's my, do you want me to stop? But it wasn't one like them stops like carrying shit. It was one of those stops like, damn, like I'm gonna ask you, but I want you to say keep going type of, you want me to stop? It was so sexy. I was like, oh, just keep going. Like I just had to feel it, y'all. So he eventually, stuck it in some more. It took a while. It took a fucking while. And I was so mad because I was like, I ain't never had, had sex before. So I was like, man, I don't want it to hurt, but I want to get it over with or whatever. So he was stroking slow. He tried to go fast at one point, and I was like, man, that shit hurt. Like, slow down. So he was just like stroking slow, trying to, I guess, open the cat up or whatever. Open the cat up. So that shit started feeling good as fuck. So I was like, okay. Hey, I started like, you know how when you're in missionary position and the dude on top of you, and like you like move your hips up a little bit. Like you like while they stroke and you like move it up a little bit, you stroke and move it up. So that's what I started doing. Like I started like going back with him. He was moving. I was like, I'm trying to get it in. I want to go all the way in there. So he eventually, it took, I would say, how long? It took a while. Y'all. I don't even remember the time. I ain't gonna lie and say the time, but I know it took a while. So he was just stroking it, in and out, in and out, in and out. And that shit was feeling so damn good. So I was like, oh, once it like kind of like got all the way in there, I was like, oh, I started like screaming in because at first I was like, I ain't gonna say the type of moan I was doing, but I was like, like I was moaning and stuff like that, whatever. But once he stuck it like all the way in, I was like, oh shit, calm the fuck down. I was like, calm down, shit. So once it got in, because I heard him say fuck, like when he kept stroking, you could tell he was kind of like, he was kind of patient, but you could tell like he was just horny as fuck. Cause like once he like put the head in a little bit, it's like he's like horny as fuck, like he wanted to just go, like he didn't care that I was a virgin anymore, like he wanted to just stroke that thing. So he was like, damn, I heard him like while he was. When he stuck the head by the hole, he didn't go all the way in yet. He was just stuck it there and see what I do. So I was like, a little bit. So he just went to stroking slow, and I heard him. He was listening. He didn't make it no better because what he was saying to my ear was kind of like turning me on. So he was like, he started moaning and shit. I'm like, damn, I was getting wet as fuck. Like, he started moaning and moaning and moaning. I'm like, oh shit. I'm moaning too, but y'all don't even want to know how my moan was sounding. Y'all don't even want to know how my moan was sounding. But I don't think I ain't get him in the head the first time. There'll be another video. When I first gave head. There'll be another video. But, when he stuck it all in, he was still going, so he wanted to go fast, I could tell. But he was like going slow, whatever. So I was like, this shit feels good. So we both moaning each other. It didn't make it no better. We just moaning and moaning and moaning. Or whatever. So next thing I looked at it, I was like, I had candy because I had them zoned out. So I was like, man, this shit feels so good. I was going out, but I had came back to reality. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go home and shit like that. So I was like, let me get the phone because I gotta go home. I gotta go fucking home. Like I know. It said, do you prefer length of girth? Um, everybody want to be a dick. Like, everybody want, a big meat. It just, if you're going to have a big meat, just know how to stroke it. Now, everybody don't want them too big like in the pornos, but everybody want to be meat. So, it's just the point where I was at, y'all. Oh, yeah. So, I realized, I was like, oh, shit, I got to be home or whatever. I was like, oh shit, I gotta be home or whatever. So when I had realized the time, whatever, you could tell he didn't want to come out of it. Like he didn't want to pull out or whatever. So I was like, I gotta go home. He was like, damn. I see him. He was like, damn, man. So we didn't get to finish. He didn't get to come or whatever. But that shit felt good. It was hurt. It was one of those hurt so good type shit. It was hurt so good. So and you can tell he didn't want to get out of it or whatever. So I had to run home or whatever, and when I got home, it was blood all in my my penis was. So I threw the penis away. And I had bathes or whatever, took a shower or whatever, and I was knocked out. I was sleepy as hell. So the first day I know a lot of people have bad experiences with losing their virginity. I would say the only bad thing about losing my virginity was we didn't finish. But once the second time we fucked, the second time we smashed, yeah, we finished. We finished the second time. But the first time we did not get to finish. But that's how things go. That's life. Because I had to be home. I was gonna get in trouble. Either way, I got in trouble. So, but that's how it went. Whatever. So, I would say it was kind of a good experience. I wouldn't say it's a bad experience. I know a lot of people had bad experiences, but I wouldn't say it's a bad experience because either way, it was just my first. It wasn't his first time. It was my first time. And he was patient with me. He kept asking me. He was like, oh, do you want me to stop and stuff like that? And then I was like, no, keep going. Because them slow strokes and the slow pokes at the hole was feeling really good. So I was like, keep going. So he kept going, and that's how it went. But he was very patient with me. My advice, to people that's out there that haven't lost their virginity yet, I know a lot of people, they probably experienced rape for their first time and all that. And I apologize because I know how it feels to be touched and not wanting to be touched or whatever. It happened to me before. And that's another video. I'll tell in another video. I know how it feels to be touched and not wanting to be touched. But my first time, losing my virginity or feeling penetration was not rape. It was he actually was patient with me. And I actually wanted to do it, even though I kept having thoughts in my mind, but he was trying to make me feel comfortable. He asked me, guys, everybody was like, oh, guys, we quit fuck, quit smash, and they don't care about the person. And he actually was patient with me. So I would say my first time was, good. I would say it's good. But if you watch the video and you haven't lost your virginity yet, I would say be patient. I'm not gonna say an age because I did not wait till I was 30 years old. I was actually a teenager when I lost my virginity or whatever. So it was not no young ass age or whatever. It was in my teenage years. It wasn't young. It wasn't no. I would say I just going to say it wasn't 14 or younger when I lost it or whatever. But if you have lost it 14 and under, that's just you. You had to deal with what you had to deal with, and you chose to do that. But me, on the other hand, I did not, lose my virginity because I was more scared. And I know I was always taught to, keep my legs closed. I was taught to keep my legs closed. But the more you're taught to keep your legs closed, the more you want to do it. I'm just gonna be honest. The more you want to do it, when you're taught to keep your legs closed, well, to me, and I don't care if anybody watching me do like, you was being fast and all that. It was before I was 18. I did lose my virginity before I was 18, and I don't care. It already happened. I can't take it back. And it wasn't great. I was actually comfortable. It actually felt kind of good. I would say hurt so good. But I don't care. It already happened. I don't care. But if you are, just make sure it's with somebody. I ain't gonna even say it's with your husband, because a lot of people preach that, you should only lose your virginity with someone you marry or someone you love. Everybody don't always lose their virginity with somebody they love. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, we was feeling each other hard, but we wasn't even telling each other we love each other yet when I lost my virginity. So I just feel like you should lose your virginity to somebody that will make you feel comfortable with losing your virginity. Like, they won't force it, because once it's forced, it's rape. To me, it's rape once it's forced. But how I feel. Just make sure it's somebody you're comfortable with, and y'all using protection or whatever. Because I did use protection on my first time I used protection or whatever. And I just feel like it should be safe and comfortable. You should be comfortable. If you feel like you're forced, don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. Who am I to judge? I can't tell you what age to lose your virginity yet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody and their mama got certain ages that, you should lose your virginity when you're 18, when you're 21, when you're 30. Mm-hmm. No. Lose your virginity when you're ready and you know about the consequences and you're ready for the consequences. That's another thing. When you're having sex, the consequences from sex, you can either get a disease or a baby. Just make sure you're ready for either one of those, those consequences. At the age, I was a teenager when I lost my virginity, and I was not thinking. Honestly, I was not thinking of that. I did think of disease. I did think of that, but I did not think of, after a while, I did not think of the baby. I did not think, I was not thinking. I was just ready to smash. Like, the second time I smashed, it was like, I wanted it all the time. Like, honestly, I wanted it all the time. And I wanted it all the time, and I was not thinking of that. So I don't regret that. I feel like, I learned my lesson or whatever. Honestly, I had lost my virginity, and I didn't have a baby until 4 years later, actually. After I lost my virginity, I did not have a baby until 4 years later. So I feel like I did good. I was very mature. I wasn't mature, y'all. I was childish. But you know what I'm saying. So if you have to lose your virginity, if you choose to save it, that's you. Nothing wrong with saving it. If you choose to give it up, there's nothing wrong with giving it up. Just make sure it's comfortable and safe. Okay? So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. More videos are coming soon. It's just we work throughout the week. And my boyfriend, my man, he's a upcoming rapper, so he's always writing raps, and he's not able to get on the camera all the time, to post for our channel. So that's why I do it on his behalf, to keep our channel up and going. But we will be posting videos together. We just need y'all to follow all our social media accounts. DM, also message us on Facebook or DM on Twitter and Instagram. Anything y'all want us to discuss, any topics y'all want to talk about, anything, just DM us anything. We will answer the question. If I feel like, dudes, females, Do not DM no off the wall shit. Like some shit, some disrespectful shit, because I will block you. You know what I'm saying? I will block you. He will block you, and you just will be blocked. So just don't be disrespectful. But I don't mind answering any questions. Just don't be disrespectful when it comes towards, private parts or anything, like on any one of our bodies or anything like that, because I will block you or whatever, because we're in a relationship and that's not about to be going now. But I don't care about questions. I don't care about comments. Comment below your opinions on this video. I don't care, negative, positive. I don't care, because I know people are going to be negative, and I don't care. I don't care about you being negative. Like, if you come in something negative, oh, shouldn't did a video. I'm not losing my virginity. You was being grown. I don't care. So I hope you watch this video to the end so you can know that I don't care. I don't care. So just make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. More videos are coming soon with me and my man. And some more videos with me alone. But we gotta keep it going. So until we meet again, bye.